Outside the gates of a big school, a boy named Eli sat quietly on a wooden box. His clothes were dusty, and beside him lay a small wooden shoe shine kit. Every morning, he watched children walk past him into the school, wearing neat uniforms and holding books. Eli longed to be inside those gates, not as a worker, but as a student. He had never gone to school, but he loved to listen. Each day, he placed his shoe shine box near a classroom window just to hear the lessons. One day, a curious student named Leo leaned out and asked, "Hey, do you understand what the teacher is saying?" Eli smiled and answered, "Yes, I do. It's about stars and planets today." Leo was surprised. "How do you know so much?" "I listen. Every day," Eli replied proudly. From a distance, Mr. Collins, a teacher, had been watching Eli. He walked closer and gently asked, "Would you like to study here?" Eli nodded slowly, hope sparkling in his eyes. The next morning, Mr. Collins handed Eli a scholarship form. Eli ran home, breathless with joy. At home, his mother Maya listened quietly as Eli told her everything. She was a housemaid, tired from work, but her heart was full. With tears in her eyes, she hugged Eli and said, "This is your time." On his first day at school, Eli wore a second-hand uniform. His shoes were old but polished to shine like new. He walked in with pride, carrying a notebook close to his chest. Eli worked hard, harder than anyone. At night, he studied under a streetlight when electricity failed. He asked questions, solved problems, and kept learning. One day in class, the teacher asked a difficult question. Eli raised his hand. The whole room turned silent. His answer was correct and brilliant. Soon, the school announced an inter-school knowledge competition. Mr. Collins chose Eli to represent the school. "You've earned this, Eli," he said with pride. On the day of the competition, Eli stood on stage nervously. The questions were tough, but Eli remained calm. With every answer, the crowd leaned in. Finally, the results were announced. "The winner is Eli." The room burst into cheers. Leo hugged him. Mr. Collins smiled through tears. Maya clapped from the back, holding her scarf tightly. Years passed. Eli completed his studies and became a teacher. On the first day of his job, he returned to the same school. The gate, the walls, the windows, everything looked familiar. He walked to the spot where he once sat with his shoe shine box. He bent down, touched the ground, and smiled with gratitude. Now Eli stood in front of a class, no longer outside but inside, the same classroom where he once listened through a window. A little girl raised her hand and asked, "Sir, was that boy you?" Eli paused and smiled. "Yes. And if I could do it, so can you." The classroom fell silent, but in that silence, every child's heart whispered a dream.